So
we're gonna talk about Diddy, man. I got some stuff to talk about. You go first though.
Okay, so the Diddy trial. I know which angle you're going, but the Diddy trial, the Diddy trial is over. It was very very interesting watching the whole how everything came to play, how everything happened, like how everybody handled it. It's crazy watching cases with celebrities now. You remember back in the day, the media,
Yeah.
the media was so different back in the day. Now bloggers are the media.
Yeah.
And I feel like bloggers put more effort into actually getting. It was a blogger. What's his name? Armand Wiggins. Like that dude followed that case. Like he went to the court and wrote down everything they said word for word every day. Mm-hmm. Then what's her name from Breakfast Club?
That's your girl.
Yeah, why am I drawing a blank? Breakfast Club, not just hilarious. Okay, I forgot her name. How the heck did I forget her name? We was just talking about her on the show.
Your head bigger than
yeah, but she was following this case pretty well, and she, to me, I mean, she is media, but she is a bloggerish type of person to me, and just how crazy the whole case was, and just I feel like this is how I feel. Mm-hmm. He was guilty of what's that called? What was his first charge? So he was guilty of basically the.
So he was guilty without it. So he was found not guilty with three. Was it like five charges?
Yeah, it was 5 charges. He was found guilty, not guilty of 3. So the 2 he was found guilty of was pretty much because he wasn't found guilty of like the kidnapping or like trafficking.
Can you say kid?
Yeah, I think
moving people from.
Yeah, and then.
So he was found guilty on 2 counts of transporting individuals to engage in
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
but not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking.
Okay, and then what was he? Okay. Yeah, he was found guilty of 2 of those charges. Now, following the case and he had a heck of a team. Following the case and looking at how everything happened, how everything went down, I felt that was fair. Like, I didn't hear a lot about racketeering, which is kind of like where he built this empire based on criminality, and he was a freak. The case was more. I feel like there were racketeering things that probably took place that you hear about behind the scenes. I don't know for sure. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? But you do hear a lot of racketeering behavior. You do hear a lot of what about all the other stuff like that they talk about the children stuff, the kid stuff, like all that other stuff. They paid too much attention on.
It was kid stuff?
Yeah, like for years you hear about kid stuff. You hear about like it's just it was a lot more that you would hear about behind the scenes opposed to what you saw in the case. So in the case, I feel like that was fair for whatever they said that he did. Like that's what I'm trying to, because this is YouTube, so I'm trying not to use certain words. But I felt like that was. I'm not saying Diddy a good person. I'm not saying Diddy's a good man. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying how the case went.
Oh, some people think he is.
But he's not. Yeah. How the case went. What the outcome was fair, because they weren't able to prove without a shadow of a doubt, without that a lot of other things were true.
Yeah.
They're saying that he's probably it's October 2nd is the hearing. I mean the
so he was denied bail.
Yeah.
So he's still in
locked
custody.
up. Yeah. And then it's crazy how the judge denied him bail, because the judge said that he doesn't seem like he's able to be a part of society yet, or whatever, however they put that. But if those were his charges, why is he denied bail?
I think a lot of things come into factor.
Which makes it. Go ahead.
I think I just think a lot of things come into factor. Be it right or wrong, some of the stuff that came out during the trial, when you're trying to unalive people and blowing up vehicles and all that stuff, and
All that stuff was taken off the table though, so you can't even talk about that.
But it's still an influence. People can say it's not supposed to, but it's still an influence.
I feel like that was more of a social influence opposed to like the influence for the courts, because they was telling them they can't use that.
But what I'm saying, I understand that, and I ain't saying this, I'm not saying it's right, but it's still an influence. You know, you would say it's wrong or whatever, but it's still an influence. I think a lot of things that the people that you're around, his son making songs and Kanye West and everything. I think it may not be right, but it's an influence. You could say it's not right and you can't use that against the person, but it still influences people.
Yeah, I think that we can agree to disagree, because I do agree with you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, as far as the law is concerned,
I agree with
that
you. That
means absolutely nothing. And I feel like the prosecutors did a terrible job.
Yeah, I didn't watch really.
It was all about the freak offs. Like that's all it was about. And being a freak ain't that elite. It's certain levels to the illegality of freakiness.
Yeah, I think
there's certain levels.
I think I didn't watch the trial, but I think I've been on jury duty a few times, and what they try to do, what the prosecution try to do is, even though you're not on trial for these things, they're trying to paint a picture of you. They're trying to paint a picture for the jury. Yes, the freak offs wasn't on trial, didn't mean anything, but they want to paint this picture of him being a craved monster. You know what I'm saying? Like all this egregious stuff. So if he could do all this egregious stuff, then there's no question that he could do this trafficking. You know, so they're trying to paint a picture. Yeah. Even though they pay too much attention to it or whatever, they try to paint a picture. Just like the criminal empire stuff. I don't know how the trial went, but there's an angle where you could say that Bad Boy Records was you could use that as a criminal empire, because just think about it. I know Cassie wasn't on trial, but there was some stuff that came out about the things that she was doing, and she was an employee of Bad Boy Records.
But I think more of what came out about her was.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying I think that's what they was trying. The prosecution was trying to say, oh yeah, this is a record label, but look at all the stuff that was going, the influence and all the stuff that was going on with this record label. So, I mean, I'm biased on this because
you don't like Diddy.
I don't like Diddy. I never really liked Diddy. It's something about him. But I'm shocked that he even got found guilty on anything, because I just thought everything was just going to be a mistrial. I thought everything was going to be a mistrial, and he was just going to walk free.
I did too, because of how sloppy it was.
Yeah,
and how allegedly that's 50 Cent baby mama. The anonymous lady, they're saying allegedly that's 50 Cent baby mama, but it was it's like you damn near 40, and you talking about what you did. And he's still paying your rent $10,000 a month. It just sounds like they paid too much attention to this freak off stuff. And then it's crazy. All right, let me ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
So, what did you hear a lot about? Okay, so talk about the freak off. Now, didn't you think a freak off in your mind was Diddy having a party, everybody dressed in white, all the celebrities coming in, and then they turn into sinners at night, and everybody, they demonic horns start coming out, and everybody, dude, the freak off was him, Cassie, and somebody else. That's what I'm saying about they kept a lot of stuff out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to protect a lot of people, like the Epstein list. It's like people.
And what Epstein list?
Exactly. So that people. So you're noticing like a lot of stuff is kept out of stuff. And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but you notice a lot of stuff is kept out of stuff just because they don't want us to know stuff.
Yeah.
You know Yeah, so that which is where, and that makes me sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's kind of like, why not hear all this other stuff about these parties and then people and then this other celebrities like, yeah, I've been in this, and this happened, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, the Real was just him, Cassie, and one person. Oh, him, 50 Baby Mama, and one person. Yeah. Oh, him. It makes no sense. Yeah. I feel like a lot of stuff was kept. This was probably just done to embarrass him.
Yeah. But this is where I get upset with this situation, and it's not with this case. It's from regular people. And I get upset because, and I know there's going to be some people in the comments saying I'm a hater and all this other stuff, whatever. But I hate hearing that, they're trying to take a successful black man down, even though this black man has stolen from people, even though this, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, he's stolen from his artists. It's like we tend to forget that, like, okay, it's okay for, him to do that. It's okay for him to, steal from his artists or whatever, and we just forget about that. It's just like, this man is just such an angel, and he just did this and he did that, and he was so successful. There's a lot of artists that he stole from. There's a lot of things that he did to other artists that was on his label, where he disrespecting them. Like, if we gonna keep it 100, let's keep it 100. It's some of the stuff that he done. If it was a regular person on the street, we would condemn them. But just because he's a successful black man and he made some good music, it's okay for him to do it. I didn't even see this many people ride for Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? If you could ride for Diddy, you should be able to ride for Suge Knight. Why Suge Knight? He's a successful black man. Why he in jail? It's just from some of the comments and some of the stuff I see, especially from our people, when it comes to celebrities, we act like not we. When it comes to celebrity, they act like MAGA. Like their favorite celebrity can do no wrong. It's like people don't see it. It's the same scenario, the same situation. They act just like how people act. The MAGA people act towards Trump. It's the same. Just read, when you see a story, just read the comments.
Well, I think a lot of people in the black community got daddy issues, and a lot of them find daddies in celebrities.
Yeah.
Because the one, and that's why they say a black man. Yeah. Because they have a horrible idea of what a black man is. Yeah. Because a lot of their daddies ain't around, so that's why they always hold on to that. They trying to take down another black man. They try to take down a black man because a lot of black people have a lot of daddy issues. Yeah. So they look for daddy in celebrities. Because I be seeing dudes be about my age, not saying what my age actually is, but be about my age.
What, 60?
Even if it was, let's say it was 60. Yeah. Because I see a lot of dudes my age be glorifying celebrities and be so like head over heels about and there be celebrities younger than them. But and you do want to respect art, and you do want to respect talent, you do want to respect these things. But there's a difference between respecting or not holding people accountable based on the fact that they have money and they have that talent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you see a lot of that because a lot of people like daddy issues.
Yeah. So with this situation, we'll see if he get time on it. A lot of people keep saying like, "Oh, he'll get time served."
I think he'll get like 5 years. That's what I'm thinking.
I'll be honestly, the way that this country is going, I'll be surprised. I'm surprised if he get any years.
I think he'll get.
I'll be surprised
because of the judge, and the judge was like, he ain't getting out. Like, I ain't.
So let me ask you a question.
Because the judge is going to make the sentences.
So you think? So if he gets some time, you think Trump will step in?
I knew you were going to say that. That's another. Let's just say. All right, let's just answer it like this. I don't think Trump is going to step in, but I wouldn't be surprised if Trump stepped in.
Okay.
Because this is just crazy. Trump told dude, was that Serbia? Trump told dude, you speak, English is their first language.
It wasn't Serbia.
It wasn't Serbia. It was an African country, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the country, but English is their first language. And Trump said, because that is that supremacy. That is that entitlement where people go to other people's countries and feel like you